Hi Montrose, I'm Kylie. Welcome to yoga. This practice is dedicated to Anna Clark and we will be focusing on shoulders. So meet me on your mat in a kneeling position or in hero pose. Interlace your fingers, flip the palms, take the hands high and reach tall. Find a long spine here and then begin to make circles with your palms. So hollowing out the belly as you come forward, tucking the chin, creating space between the shoulder blades. Come back up through center, and each time you're at center, find a little more length, and then continue taking another circle in this direction. Find length through center, and then gently switch directions, making 2 circles going the opposite way. Great job. Gently release, interlace the hands at the low back, and then roll the shoulder blades down and back, opening up for chest expansion. Lift the heart. Maybe turn your gaze up. And then gently release, taking a tricep stretch on the right side. Find length in the spine. And then reach up and over for a side body opener. Release through center and switch sides, taking the other tricep, and then adding the side body stretch. Come back through center. This time, take the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders, and then just begin to make shoulder rolls. You can make these as small or as large as you'd like, taking the elbows in circles. Going 3 or 4 times to the back and then switch directions, taking shoulder rolls forward. Gently release and then meet me in child's pose. Take the knees wide, sink the hips to the heels, and then walk the hands out long in front of you, bringing the forehead to the mat. Take a full breath here. Inhaling from the low belly and exhaling completely. On your next breath, press up into the palms and then take your right hand under and through for thread the needle in child's pose. You can lower your ear to the mat, close your eyes. Gently come back through center and switch sides, taking thread the needle in child's pose on the opposite side. Press into the extended palm, come back through center, and then here, transition through tabletop, drawing the knees into alignment with the hips, and moving to puppy pose. So walk your hands about 2 palms lengths in front of you, and then staying lifted, but sinking the hips back, melting the heart forward. You can gaze forward, or if it's more comfortable for your neck, you can bring the forehead to the mat. Really feeling that opening through the armpits and the shoulders here. Melt the heart forward, sinking a little bit deeper with each breath. To go deeper, option to bend at the elbows and bring the palms together to prayer overhead, maybe feeling a little bit more depth in the stretch across and through the shoulders. Engage through the shoulder blades and slowly transition coming back through tabletop. Tuck the back toes and sit back onto your heels, opening up the arches and the bottoms of the feet. And then untuck the toes, letting the tops of the feet come to the ground, propping up on your fingertips, and lift your knees for a toe stretch. Maybe gently sway the knees from side to side here. Nice job. And then lowering the knees, shifting forward to rabbit. So starting with a narrow child's pose, rocking forward, bringing the crown of the head to the mat, an option to add chest expansion here. So interlacing hands at the low back, open up, lifting through the shoulder blades, and then release the chest expansion when you're ready and sink into that narrow child's pose. Take a full breath here. Let the shoulders roll forward and take a break. Slowly rising up, coming back to kneeling and transitioning to gate pose. So extending your left leg out long, rising up onto the knee, and then bring your hands out long to a T, reach towards that extended leg and up and over with the lifted hand. So continuing to open up the shoulders and find some length in the side body. Reaching out and then bringing fingertips next to the knee on the mat and reach up and over. And then we'll flow through each side one more time. Come back through center, draw that extended leg in and switch to gate on the other side. And then flow through those side body stretches here. Once you've completed 2 on each side, come back through center, draw the knees together, coming back to kneeling, and then step the right foot forward, coming to low lunge. So getting into the hips a little bit here, find length, and then option to reach your right hand back and open up, maybe reaching for that ankle. And come back through center and switch sides. Lower the fingertips, step back, and then step forward with the left, coming to low lunge on this side. Find a little length, and then take that heart opener, a baby back bend on each side. Beautiful, coming back through center, sinking a little bit deeper into the lunge, and then transitioning to tabletop. So engage the low belly, find a long, flat back in tabletop, and then extend the right foot out long, lift the heel, match with opposite arm extension, and then bend the elbow and the knee to reach for the top of that lifted foot for stretching tiger. Once you have your foot, kick into the hand to lift and open the hips and the shoulder. So really creating some opening across the top of the shoulder here. Nice job. You can turn your gaze over the shoulder or towards the floor. Gently release, come back through tabletop and switch sides, extending the opposite foot out long, matching with the right hand extended, and then slowly moving through that stretching tiger balance. Kick into the hand to find that extension, and maybe turn your gaze over your shoulder. Gently release, coming back through tabletop, and from here we'll transition to dolphin. So coming onto the forearms, interlace the palms or bring the hands together, tuck the toes, and then press into the toes, press into the forearms, and lift the hips into dolphin pose. So our lower body is similar to downward facing dog, but we're coming to forearms, really opening the shoulders, staying engaged and active through the forearms, elbows, shoulders, and back body, but trying to find some ease in the neck so that there's not too much tension. Holding here for one more breath. And then deeply bend the knees. Transitioning back through tabletop. Flow through one cat-cow. Inhale to gaze up for cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. And then meet me in downward facing dog. Lift the hips and sink the heels, pressing into the palms and melting the heart. Inhale to the toes. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands and take a wide stance here. So heel toe the feet to towards the outer edges of your mat, a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. And we're going to bend the knees really deeply. So bend the knees as much as you need, reaching for the floor and moving to gorilla pose. So lifting one foot, taking your hand underneath the foot so that the toes come to the wrist joint. And then hinging at the hips, draping the torso over the thighs, bring the crown of the head towards the floor and sway from side to side in gorilla. When you're ready, come back through center, gently releasing one palm at a time. Deeply bend through the knees and rise up to standing vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice job. Moving into an eagle balance here. So starting with the left foot rooted into the mat, and then our first expression is just to kickstand and cross that opposite foot over. To take the arm variation, bring your arms out to a T, and we're going to cross over with the same hand. So the same hand and the same leg cross over. So taking the right hand over the left, interlacing the elbows, wrapping the palms around and together. And then you can deepen into the balance, taking the foot all the way around and wrapping your toes around the ankle. Deeply bend through the rooted leg, so your rooted leg is almost in a chair position here. By drawing everything together, you'll find more balance. So pressing forearms together, pressing knees and thighs together, And then maybe lift your elbows to find a little more opening through the shoulders and sink a little deeper into that chair. Gently unwind the arms, unwind the legs, come through center, shake it out, get ready for the other side. And just like with any balanced posture, if you fall out of it, just come right back into it. So here, rooting down, this time through the right leg, crossing the left over, taking arms to a T, and crossing the left hand over the right, so we're on the opposite side, drawing the palms and forearms together, and then deeply bend into that chair, and take the lower body variation when you're ready, wrapping the toes around the ankle. If you'd like, you can try to lift the elbows, sink deeper into the chair, finding opening across the back body, space between the shoulder blades. And then gently unwind the arms, unwind the legs, and shake it out. Nice work. So we're going to come to a seat. Extend your right leg out long. Your left leg out long. Find length. This is a great place to have a strap. So if you have a yoga strap, unwind it. And then as you turn your torso to face the extended leg, walk the fingertips forward. And reach your hands or the strap for the bottom of the foot. Find length in the spine and fold forward. And then taking the strap into the hand, taking both sides of the strap into the hand, tucking the elbow into the knee, reach up and over, opening the side body. And then rise all the way up, release the strap, and switch sides. Drawing the opposite leg in, turn your torso to face that extended leg, find length in the spine, and then fold forward, using the strap if you'd like. Then taking both sides of the strap into that hand, tucking the elbow on the inside of the knee, reach up and over with the opposite hand. And then rising up, keeping your strap close by. And from here, switching back to the other side, bringing the right leg in, and then reaching hands for the bottom of the left foot or taking the strap around the bottom of the left foot and then extend that leg. So the leg is extended and active out long in front of you. Foot is flexed. Reaching it as high as you can. Beginning to warm up the leg for compass pose. Bend the knee and gently release. And here we're going to create a loop in our strap for compass. So compass requires a lot of side body opening, a lot of shoulder opening. So we're all warmed up for it, but it is a challenging posture, and it definitely helps to have the strap. So you have a loop on one end of your strap here, and then just cradle your leg for a moment. Lifting it up, rocking it back and forth like a baby. And then release, planting that hand, so same hand, same leg, underneath the shoulder. And what we're going for is to lift this leg up and over. So I'm going to take the strap over my foot. So the loop is around the bottom of my foot, and I can extend the strap from there as needed. Propping my fingertips up under, really trying to lift and get my shoulder underneath my thigh and knee, and then extend the leg, finding some length, and then gazing underneath that armpit in the opposite direction. So playing around with that here, you can experiment with using the strap or wrapping your hand around the outer edge of that foot and opening up. But just making sure you're really warmed up and gently releasing to move out of compass pose. You can pause the video and spend more time on this side or switch sides. So begin by extending that leg out long in front of you. And then release and cradle that leg, rocking it back and forth like a baby, opening up the hip. And then taking the shoulder underneath the thigh and the knee, propping up on the palm or fingertips on this side, taking the strap into opposite hand, so the loop is around the foot, nice and secure, and then lifting open, turning your gaze opposite direction of that extended leg. Compass. You can play around with how much room you need in that strap to find the extension that you want through the leg and the opening through the shoulder. You might find that one side is more open than the other. Maybe you need the strap for one side and not the other. Just experimenting with this posture here. You can try to release the strap, wrapping your hand around the outer edge of the top of your foot and open up, but making sure that you don't overextend your shoulder and always going back to the strap to find that extension whenever you need. This is what makes props so amazing, helping us to work towards more challenging postures, helping us to work towards becoming more flexible and enhancing the posture exactly where we're at today. Nice job. So coming back through center, extend both legs out long, point and flex the toes just to find some release. Maybe take a forward fold from staff. And then coming back to where we began, seated in kneeling or hero at the center of your mat. Take the hands out wide, opening up, and then give yourself a hug, noticing which arm is on top. Round the spine, tuck the chin, maybe sway from side to side. Opening up, taking opposite arm on top, giving yourself a hug. And then release. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.